Hi, today on Rich Man Poor Motors we have got a brake booster on a Mercedes ML. Now you can't buy the parts from Mercedes, but I found a place in America that sold spare parts for all different vehicles, and this shows how it's done. It's a lot cheaper than buying a new brake booster off Mercedes, and like I said, they don't sell the repair kits. You've got spongy brakes, or you can hear a hissing sound. I'm trying to pick it up. I'm using an iPhone, so I'm trying to pick it up. Ready? Raise the bonnet to get it out of the way. I've got a video which shows you how to do that if you need to. I'm just going to remove this battery box and possibly the battery, see if I can get a better access. 10mm on the battery connectors, 13mm bolt. Right, now the battery's out of the way, we can see more of the booster here. So we've got few cables in the way, but we've got a clip here. There we go, one clip. Where have we got? Got another clip just down there. I'm going to have to put the phone down to do it. And we have got another clip here on the bottom. Alright, not quite sure how this comes out, so what we've decided to do is release it from the other side of the engine here, so we can still remove it off and maybe have a look at it on the bench, or maybe leave it on if we can. No point removing it if we don't have to. Right, down here there's a bolt there, and just in there there's another bolt. Well, I say bolt, they look like nuts actually. So just release those and see if we can remove this. Right, lighter of the two wires went to the left on top of the reservoir. We've undone both the bolts, and now removed that bracket that went over the brake booster mounting bolts. Right, so we've released both the nuts. Down here we've just released the clip just to give a bit of flexibility, so we can pull this off and we won't need to bleed the brakes. So we just gently pull that back like this. Right, so now that is removed from the brake booster. Hopefully we'll have enough room when we remove it on the inside of the car to be able to pull this out without having to remove this. Alright, in the car we need to gain access, so a couple of Phillips screws here and here. There's a couple of clips down the bottom, one there and there's one over here. So these clips just screw off. You can use a flat blade screwdriver. And then as you pull this down under here, this is the onboard diagnostics, diagnostic port. So you slide this back. So you slide it back, and then that just pops out. So if we can see, here's the brake pedal on that. As you can see, there's the spring that locks the pin onto the brake booster on this side. Right, so here's the clip. this bit goes through the pin, and this bit of the spring goes around the outside, the other side of the pin, and locks it in place. So you have to get the screwdriver in under there, lift that over, lift that up where you pull it this way. And that allows you then to remove this pin from under here. As you can see, this is now removed from there. So we need to undo that nut. And there's another one higher up that I can't get the camera onto at the moment. Remove those and that should release the brake. Right, back to the top of the car. So, there we have one brake booster removed. It would have been easier if I could have removed this pipe, but couldn't quite see how it came off. Right, time to repair it. Right, back over to the bench. This just pulls off over the top, and now we're left with the old seal, and that was obviously why mine was leaking. It's not even attached there. Right, so using a trim tool, I'll actually put a link to those on in the description if you want to buy one yourself. Just ease this up. Oh. Right, just put some of this silicone grease, has to be silicone grease, around the seal. Get it right into the grooves. And also on the inside of the seal. And place that on top of the brake booster and just squish down. Using the tool that came with the kit with the flat side, not the chamfer side, place it over the top. And we'll just nip the bottom of the seal into the top of the brake booster. I'm putting a bit of pressure. After you made sure the seal is all the way in, turn the tool round. Alright, you need to give it quite a bit of a whack, a bit harder than what you probably might think to begin with. And keep twisting the tool and go around all the way, and then when you finish, this seal should be laying flat like a flat horizontal to the brake booster, and then that should be the seal changed. So get the boot back again, and just push this back over the fork and get that back over the brake booster, and then that's ready to fit back into the car. Okay. careful on the pipes. Wiggle that into place. I think that feels like it. So you just wiggle that into the place, getting the bolt holes through the bulkhead, and go inside and do up the nuts. As you can see, 2 nuts are now in place. Oh, sorry, the 2 bolts are now in place, so just to fix the nuts. So bolts are in place. So now we want to fit that pin through, and then once the pin's in place, we put this clip in place. Right. So then just push the pin through and it actually clips into place. You don't need to pull anything out. Make sure you get each bit of the fork either side of this brake pedal, as you see in the previous bit of the video. I had it all to one side, so I had to remove it and reinsert the brake booster back through the bulkhead. So that's it physically done. Again, we've got to reinstall the panel to hide all this with the clips, and also remember to put the OBD port back in. So refit this bracket. A little bit more fiddly than what it looks, and reattach the nuts here and here. Tend to find if you've got slim spanners or small sockets for this, it makes it a lot easier. There's not much room to get the spanners in. Just point out the filter gauge here, it goes red when you need a new filter. Right, time to put in these plugs. One. Plug number 2. And plug number 3. Which should leave you with this plug to fit into this when we do the bracket back in place for the battery. So just fit the battery. Remember to plug this back in and the cable underneath. Battery clipped over the top. Just in case you don't realise how a Mercedes battery is held in. You have a plug over here and the bar, and then this creates the tension to lift the bar up so the battery doesn't come out. So plug under that, fits under that, there we go. Now the battery's secure. This drive I'll try and post on a weekly basis. So it's got this one last pipe to fit back in, and that's the job done. On Rich Man Poor Motors, we do car repairs, reviews, road tests, and also technology reviews. If these are the sorts of things that interest you, please like and subscribe.